And now on CRN Radio, it's time for Silver Moments with Dr. Marcia Baltimore. And now, here's Dr. Baltimore.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in. I have some very interesting guests today for you. The first guest is Anna Derby, and she is a Korean American. Her name is Yong-hee Chun in Korean, and we love that name, Anna Young. We love that. So, Anna came to this country with her two little children and became a waitress, and from that point on she became a banker, and then she joined the Korean American Club inside of Leisure World, and here she is today. How are you?
Fine,
Anna
thank
Derby?
you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's our pleasure. I wonder if you could tell us, when you first came to the United States, was it hard for you to get a job as a waitress?
It was.
Did you speak enough English to do it?
No, it was. I didn't speak English well enough to do anything, so I was rejected a few times. And one place I went, and I said, I'll do anything, but I'm a very quick learner, and if you give me the chance, and I'll show you what I can do. And they gave me the job. So
Very good.
I started with a waitress, and it was a good opportunity to learn because I had to deal with many, many people.
And you had to speak English.
Yes, but
so
I had to
that was an
learn.
opportunity to practice.
Yes.
That's good. I think you lift everybody's spirits because you have that beautiful smile.
Thank you.
And then eventually you moved in here because your in-laws did what for you? What did they do?
I met wonderful man, and so we became a husband and wife, and his parents moved in Leisure World in 1967, almost like 5 years since they built. So they lived in 25 years, and especially my father-in-law was very inspirational because he believed in giving back to the community. And he served the mutual director and also served the GRF board member. And I learned that from my husband, Don. So then we inherited the place. So the place been here about 47 years. And I've been living here almost 22 years. So I learned so much. And that's how I started in Leisure World.
That's what in-laws are for.
Yeah, thank
you. To give you their property, I think so. And how old were your children when they passed away? Were they 10, 12? Were they 16? What?
My kids?
When your their grandparents passed away? Approximately.
No, it's Don's parents. He was like 89 years old when he passed away.
But
so.
no, how old were the youngsters?
They were young, very young. They were like very in college.
Yeah. So you took care of them.
Yeah.
Well, that's wonderful that you got that. And then you went to work, you told me, for the Merchants Bank. Is that correct?
Farmers Merchant Bank in Baltimore. So I worked local bank for 20 years, and I got to know a lot about the customers and this Seal Beach area. And so it was very natural for me to, learn about the Leisure World and
that's
how
good. And you enjoyed it here. Well,
yes.
I'm happy that you did that.
Uh-huh.
Now tell us something about the Korean club.
Yeah, Korean American Club was founded in 2000, I believe, and I wasn't involved with them until I retired, and I went to join them. Then after 1 year later, I joined them, and they asked me to be an officer, so I served 2 years
good.
as a treasurer.
It shows you had the qualities.
Yes.
I wondered if you knew when you were young that you had those qualities.
No, I didn't.
It happened as it happened, probably.
I was always kind of want to do better, willing to give everything.
Willing to do it.
Yeah.
Now, it says here you started a club called the Sunshine Club to have the shareholders of Leisure World understand what they were inheriting here when they moved in. Tell us about the Sunshine Club and how does it differ from the Korean Club?
If I didn't serve the Korean American Club president for 2 years, I would not thought about having a Sunshine Club. But
really?
From that 2 years experience, I realized so many people ask questions which I had to learn to answer them. And what do I do if I want to extend my place? What do I do if I want to change my carpet and blind? What do I do if I want to upgrade my place? There is a place you need to go and get a permit, and get a contractor. I had to learn to give them an answer. And so many different systems here in Leisure World. This is a huge community, so I decided to have that Sunshine
That was very,
Club.
very good. I'm wondering if anybody on the radio audience is listening who's Korean and who might want to talk to Anna Derby right now. If you call 800-336-2225, she can talk to you right now. Any questions you want to talk about, language, translations, how do you read your ballot when you have to vote?
Yes.
That's critical. How do you fill out a form for the Social Security? That's critical, and all that has to be in English, right?
Right.
So you need help to translate it.
Yes.
So anybody who wants to find out more about that translation process, call 800-336-2225, and we'll have Anna help you. She'll get you to the right people. That's step one, and then you'll learn it. So, Anna, you have this philosophy of commitment, of giving back to the community. I want to tell you something about that philosophy. About a month ago, I read here parts of what is called the Harvard Review. Now, Harvard is an important university, and what they had was a commissioned study on the way they do their business. And the Harvard Review found that people who think about the next generation live longer. They found they actually live longer. They have statistics on it. It's called generativity. The gener is the generation, and the generativity is your attitude toward that generation. Now, the Harvard study showed with statistics that the people who thought about their grandchildren and other people's grandchildren live longer. You're going to live a long time.
Thank you.
So because you're doing something for other people during your life.
Yeah.
That's what Harvard found. I didn't make it up. They found it.
Yeah.
And I thought it was very interesting. You give back to your community, and somewhere you get a longer life.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So I thought you might like to hear that, since you're doing it already. You don't need me to teach you how, just to tell you that you're going to benefit from it long term.
Well, to me, I got so much from this community, and I got so much from this country. They gave us a second opportunity, so, I want to give back to what I have. If they need me, why not? I'm happy.
Right. Now, I had something in here that is not about exactly that. It's for married folk, I think, but it has to do with living longer if you're married. It's the same study. That's the second factor they found. If the people stay married to the same person, they live longer because they want to care for that person, and in turn that person care for them. So that study was let's say a groundbreaker in American psychology. It was like what Piaget did for little kids, Harvard did for adults who got married. And you live longer because of your interest in the next generation and because of your interest in the spouse. So you have a spouse. I've heard you just say that. Now you got a second reason to live longer.
No, I lost my husband about 2.5 years ago.
Oh, I did
Uh-huh,
too.
yeah,
Oh, I did
yeah,
too. And
yeah.
I know what that is. But still, you're doing things for other people.
Yes.
There's no question about that with the two committees. And so I thought you would like to know those facts, and those are facts from the Harvard study. I didn't make them up. I wouldn't have the foresight to make them up. Now, I was going to talk about the milestones. This is what I was looking for. That you have in this life, in this year. The baseball championships are finishing. They're finished.
Finished.
And the health tips are depression awareness. This is the month for depression awareness. And this is in the AARP Journal. They say that coffee is not a cure for depression, but based on 16 years of data and more than 200,000 adults, drinking 2 to 4 cups of coffee a day may lower the suicide risk by half. Isn't that interesting?
It is interesting.
Because it's a stimulant and it boosts your feelings up. So on the day you feel dreadful, you can have some coffee and you'll become lighter. This is in the AAP Journal. I didn't invent that. Now, there are some milestones in here from 1964 that we can look forward in 14 as their 50-year milestones. Here they are, also from the AARP Journal. Oh, my goodness. Nelson Mandela, the leader of the anti-apartheid struggle, is sentenced to life imprisonment on June 12th, 50 years ago. I didn't know I was going to bump into that just now. I hadn't thought about it. And this paper is December. It's now from the AARP. The next important, that was June 12th, 1990, on Nelson Mandela, and he just passed away. On July 2nd, President Lyndon signed the Civil Rights Act in 1964 into law, which abolished racial segregation in schools, workplaces, and public, and outlaws discrimination against racial, ethnic, national, and religious minorities and against women. That's why the ballot has to be in Korean as well as English. Because how can you know what you're voting on if you don't have a Korean ballot? Later you can get an English one when you pass an English test. But at least they're on it. Government 50 years ago they started it.
Yeah.
August 7th, Congress passed the Gulf of Tonkin Resolution, which paved way for the escalation of involvement in Vietnam. I'm not too proud of that, but President Johnson signed it after the destroyers and the two United States destroyers and the North Vietnamese patrol boats encountered each other. And so those are the things that happened in our lifetime 50 years ago. We were younger, but they're important to know that that's how progress happens. It doesn't go overnight. And it happens because of the need. What was the need? The civil rights need was there. So the Congress paid attention finally. I'm happy for that. So I think that you lived a very lovely life and you made something out of it. It says here you do photography, article writing, dancing. Tell me about the Hula Dance Club.
After I lost my husband, I was in kind of lost. So then, I always loved the music, and so I decided to why not just try hula dance. And I never danced before. So
really?
I joined the hula.
Oh, that is brave.
And what I realized is they were so caring and warm and just accept who you are. So
That's
I joined
wonderful.
them. They have a class in Nigerworld. We are
Yeah,
lucky to
I've
have a
seen them.
teacher here and on site.
Right.
So I go twice a week and they learned it, and I give everything I have, like a museum. And the teacher said I progressed exceptionally well. So then about a year later, I joined with them when they go out and give a performance. So
20 seconds.
40 seconds. Change chairs.
Yeah.
Okay, Marcia, we're on a 3-minute break, and then when we come back, we have a call, Joel from Seal Beach, California.
Yeah.
We got a call for you when we come back.
Cool.
Located in the heart of Maui's premier resort, Kaanapali Beach Hotel is officially recognized as Hawaii's most Hawaiian hotel. and the #1 best value in Hawaii. With a range of accommodations and affordable dining options, this is the ideal setting to turn Hawaiian dreams into lifelong memories. Live Hawaiian entertainment every evening, free year-round children's programs, weekly arts and crafts fairs, welcome breakfast, and departure kukui lei ceremonies add to the value. Swim in the whale-shaped pool, indulge in the fabulous spa and hotel salon. Enjoy Hawaiian hospitality at its best at the Ka'anapali Beach Hotel. Call 800-262-8450 or go to kbhmaui.com. That's kbhmaui.com. Aloha.
Let me take just a moment or two, if I may, and talk about a great place to eat. That's right, for you folks anywhere in the eastern San Fernando Valley, drop into Bob's Big Boys. That's right, in Sun Valley at 8274 Sunland Boulevard. Now, everybody remembers the name Bob's. They're getting bigger and bigger every day. And little old Bob carrying the hamburger in his checkered overalls is the same Bob that you remember from back through the years. And, of course, if you want to go in for a great lunch, remember their classic burger, the original double-deck hamburger combination. Delicious 100% pure ground beef in 2 patties with American cheese, lettuce, and our famous Big Boy special sauce. The name is Bob, and I think when you go in, you'll say, by golly, I'm sure glad that I found this restaurant because it's good for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. They've got all kinds of things, and all you have to do is remember. Bob's Big Boy in Sun Valley at 8274 Sunland Boulevard. It's a great place to eat.
Hi, I'm Joan London, and if you're worried about your parent or a loved one living alone like I was, and you want reliable senior care information, then call A Place for Mom, the nation's largest senior living referral service. You'll get free information on assisted living, Alzheimer's care, nursing homes, even important financial information.
They had obviously researched every place, not just given me names. They found me a place for which she could afford, and it was magnificent.
We're now very confident that she's safe, and they just helped every step of the way, and I can't thank them enough. So if you're struggling to find reliable senior living information, call A Place for Mom. This is a free service, and you can trust them to help you.
If you're struggling to find reliable senior living information,
Stand by 10 seconds.
or go online to get the free help you need during this turbulent time. Call now, 800-471-5173, 800-471-5173.
You're listening to Silver Moments with Dr. Marsha Baltimore.
We have a question. We'll answer the question.
Hi, am I talking to Marcia?
Yes, this is Marsha. Who are you?
This is Joe Osuna from Leisure World in Seal Beach.
Oh, thank you for calling.
I had a question. Okay, I had a question for you, Marcia.
Yes.
It concerns the Leisure World name and the Leisure World globe.
Okay.
I understand that Anna was part of a revolutionary group that was in Leisure World that wanted to get rid of the Leisure World name and the Leisure World globe.
Anne, is
So
that
the
true?
question would be, well,
She's shaking her head, yes.
tell me about that. Oh, okay. What was this revolution about that Anna was trying to bring
I don't
to
know,
Leisure
Anne. You
World?
want to tell him?
Yeah, thanks for calling, Joe. Yes, I was asked to join the Leisure World name changing committee.
Yes.
They just wanted to taste the water, see how the people feel
Right.
about the name and name change. So I worked on with them about, over 6 months, and we discussed a lot of things. Okay, what would be the pros and cons, and what would be the best for this community. Our committee talk about, since we don't own the name, even though we're using it, it would be nice to have a name with ownership. And also there's generations changing, a lot of baby boomers coming, and some of them don't want a Leisure World as known as old people.
Or it looks like
lazy.
lazy.
Yeah, not active and not
Right.
exciting.
Right.
So then we decided to have a survey on that.
That's a good idea.
And then it didn't come with it was a 45 favor of changing and 55 wanted to stay.
As it is.
Yeah, so that was it. We didn't do anything, but for me, I would love to see our name owning. because
But we can't own Leisure World. That would be a reason to
we
change
don't
it
own
right
it.
there.
We don't own the Leisure World. So
did anybody come up with a name that was more appropriate?
yes, I understand there was 100, and they put it. They have about 15. I mean, there's a great names. And they are just waiting to what our community people, if the majority people wanted to change.
Are they going to have that to a vote?
I'm sure they're going to work on it later.
The next time there's a vote, they could put that on a ballot.
Yeah, to me it was...
The question is sequential. First, do you want to change the name? One.
We have to work
and if
on
that passes, you get the name change.
Right, yeah.
So the next time there's an election, you have to wait. Because they're not going to do it by itself.
Right.
They tag it onto something.
Yeah, and there was a first, the taste the water. So now the next thing is we're going to work on a little more in depth and see how the people feels about it.
Yeah, and so you get a real vote.
Right.
With a real organization that counts votes, such as the elective.
Yeah. Then people are saying, in order to we make a decision we want to change or not, we want to hear the name first. That's what people said.
All right, so they have to start publishing.
Yes, we have to do a different way.
So do you have a committee for that?
We don't. That committee disbanded about 6-7 months later. But they can always do it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about that over there, Mr. Martinez?
Okay. Well, the reason the committee disbanded is because the people voted, and the people voted that they wanted to keep Leisure World name. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
The majority of the people wanted Leisure World to remain the name.
But if they disbanded the committee, how are you going to do that?
Well, I'm not in favor of disbanding. I'm not in favor of changing the name. I like Leisure World.
Oh, well, all right. Well.
Hi, Joel. Joel, this is Victor Martinez. I'm glad this issue was brought up. I am in favor of changing the name, and there's a lot more backstory to this. First of all, I don't know about the committee being disbanded, but Lynn Heath, who heads the Where We Live Club, was working on this, and I joined that club. And in fact, expanding on Dr. Baltimore's, when they were discussing the ballot, they found ballot stuffing in one of the mutuals.
Oh, really?
And yeah. And you can bring Lynn back on here. And, I'll tell you what, I was totally frustrated because what the previous guest talked about being a generational change. A lot of my classmates from the class of 74 know I moved here. I moved in at age 56. The ribbing of, Victor's at Seizure World has been incessant. It's been nonstop. I mean, it just rubs off on me. But in fact, the Where We Live Club did do a survey, and again, they found ballot stuffing. And I think had that not happened, that it would have been overwhelming, or at least more even, of changing the name. And the name that I liked, that I gravitated toward, was Seal Point. I like that. Seal Point with an E at the end. I mean, Leisure World might have been a great name when it first started. The other thing is, it doesn't make any sense.
We'll be coming on back to more of Silver Moments right after this brief timeout. Stick around. You're tuned to CRN Digital Talk Radio.
Thank you. Thank you for calling us. I don't know if you can hear me.
Hey, Marcia, I'm sorry about that. We're on a commercial break right now. We're coming out of the commercial break in 4 minutes. Just stand by.
I like 4 minutes.
Don't lose the train of thought.
Okay.
Be registered with either the state securities regulator or with the Securities and Exchange Commission.
I'm Amy Nellis. This is Primetime Focus.
There's also a way to check the person who's selling you the product.
AARP financial educator, John Dauphiné.
They should be properly licensed in your state or with the SEC. And if they're not, that's a big red flag.
There's also the North American Securities Administrators Association. That's a good place to check up on someone selling investments, too.
They certify investment professionals. Another is the SEC, and they will certify investment advisors. And then finally, for brokers, FINRA's Broker Check tool is a resource, and you can find that at saveandinvest.org.
All these links are on our website. That's Primetime Focus, brought to you by AARP. Hear all our programs on the web at aarp.org/radio.
That's like the people in Bell.
Yeah, as a small business owner, there's one word that you absolutely dread: payroll. For small businesses, it's a big burden. You may think you're saving time and money doing it yourself. But come on, are you? Timesheets, processing checks, calculating taxes, a total waste of your time. Paychex simplifies payroll processing, saving you time and money. Submit your payroll online, fax it in, or call your dedicated Paychex payroll specialist. And you're done. Learn more at trypaychex.com. Come on, do the math. The IRS issues out 8 million penalties a year. Make one mistake, and you're on the hook. On average, you're...
Marcia, we have another call for you.
All right, thank you.
Her name is Lynn.
Hi, Lynn. What can we
We'll get to her right after the
What can
break.
we answer? Oh, in a minute.
Do. Call 888-578-5378. Trade payroll pressure for peace of mind. Call now. 888.
Stand by 2 minutes. 2 minutes back.
It's 5378.
Hello, everybody. This is Dick Sinclair. I hope you'll join me for the Polka Party every Saturday afternoon from 4 until 6 Pacific Time right here on CRN Digital Talk Radio. That's right, not only Saturday afternoon, but also early on Saturday and Sunday mornings. So remember, join us for the Polka Party every weekend right here on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
That's good. That's good.
Here's a diabetic news alert from the Diabetic Health Agency. Diabetic studies now show that 1 out of 3 people have a chance of becoming diabetic in their lives, and nearly 5,000 people are diagnosed daily. The good news is that if you effectively manage your blood sugars, you will be ahead of the game. The Diabetic Health Agency will help you manage your diabetes with education programs, reliable customer support, and top-notch testing supply.
Okay, Marcia, 1 minute. We have 2 calls for you. 2 calls.
Supplies directly to your door at little or no cost to you. When you join our diabetes education program, direct access to our team of experienced diabetes consultants is just a phone call away. Call now and learn how to get your free diabetes care kit when you join our program.
Okay, Marcia, stand by. 30 seconds. We have first Lynn, then Bonnie.
Hi, Lynn.
Again,
Hi, Lynn.
800-808.
No, we'll get to her in 30 seconds.
Hi everyone, this is Robert Conrad reminding you to join me each week on CRN for the PM show with Robert Conrad. We'll read your emails, take your calls, and chat with some of the hottest stars in Hollywood. Tune in Thursdays to the PM show with me, Robert Conrad, right here on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
Tune in to the PM show with Robert Conrad, 3 p.m. Pacific Time, 6 p.m.
Stand by.
CRN Digital Talk Radio.
Now, back to Silver Moments with Dr. Marcia Baltimore.
Okay, Marcia, you're back.
Good morning, everyone. We have to talk about this problem. So who am I talking to? To whom?
My name is Lynn Heath, and first of all, I'd love to thank both Anna and Joe and Victor for bringing up these issues. And I served on the committee with Anna, and the reason we had the committee for the name change was just to get a pulse on what the people in Leisure World really felt. And there was so much information and feelings and that we really wanted to pursue this name change and give it to the people and put it to a vote. And we will, the Where We Live Club will be bringing it up again next year. And we would like to put it to a vote. We would like the people to vote for the name change. Our new executive director, Randy, also feels the same, that we need to own our name.
Yes,
so
that's important.
Thank you, all 3 of you, because as you can see, there is a lot of controversy about this.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I am for the name change, and the Where We Live Club will be pursuing this. Anna, I'm so glad you're there to really bring up to this radio show what is going on. So thank you very much, Anna.
Thank you, Lynn.
Okay, that's a good point. Are you getting ready for the next one while Paul is getting the next caller?
We got another caller, Bonnie.
Mm-hmm. Who is it, Bonnie?
Hello, Anna.
Hi, Bonnie.
This is your favorite. Hi, this is your favorite videographer. Anna, I just tuned in, and I'm so excited that you're there. Have you spoken about the Sunshine Club?
Yes.
And what an amazing... Oh, you have? Okay. I've come to a couple of your classes, and they're totally amazing. And I love it that you're bringing Leisure World together with all the different groups. And do you have anything special that you're going to be doing for 2014?
Yeah, 2014, we're going to be continuing our, we progress so amazingly. That's what people said. So same as when my members recommend what guest speaker we bring. As you know, 2012, we brought 33 guest speakers to our club. Then 2013, we brought 25 guest speakers.
Who is we?
The Sunshine Club.
Sunshine Club.
Sunshine,
now I know who you're talking
because
about.
Bonnie is a member of Sunshine, and she's been helping time to time. So same as we're still trying to bring a Carol Weller. She's our #1 list, but as you know, she's so busy, and she promised me she will make it either January or if not then February.
And
she will come to.
Do dance, sing, or talk?
No, she's our mutual administration manager, and she's just so compassionate and loving this community, and people love her to have in our club, and she will tell us how to make this better in this leisure world. You're living your life gonna be better and better. That's our goal is.
And I have one more question for you. Tell me, do you have a secret potion that you use to keep your energy up so high?
I don't have any secret. I didn't realize I'm going to be doing like this. If 10 years ago, if people ask me, what would you do after retire, I would say, I'm going to do what I wanted to do. But, I don't know how I got involved, but gradually, and I realized what I do for the people, it gives me most rewarding, and I'm so happy.
You should go to Harvard because they have you in their study.
We thank you, and I talk for the people at Leisure World because we thank you. You're definitely a blessing to our community, and have a great holiday.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Now, what were we talking about? We were talking about generativity. That means taking care of someone in another generation. Victor, could you tell us how you finished your mother's life with her and helped her?
Yeah, prior to moving to Leisure World in late September 2012. So yeah, I've been here a year and 2 months and a couple of weeks. I took care of my mom on hospice care for 9 months and 3 weeks until she exited this world back in July 2011. So in connecting that Harvard study, she did everything she could to enrich and make better the lives of her 3 kids, me and my 2 sisters. And for example, from her pension, she took the statutory minimum of $200 a month plus her Social Security. She did that so that we would have more in, her IRA account that we all inherited and split up. So that's an example there. But here, I've seen it too, here at Leisure World. When I first moved here, I don't remember the name of the gentleman, but it was in the Golden Rain News. It was a gentleman who passed away, and I guess, I don't know if he was a millionaire, but he left almost his entire estate to be donated to the Golden Rain Foundation, and all that money was used to buy brand new gym equipment.
Oh, I saw
Yeah,
that.
you heard that, right? And it cost over $500,000 that of his donation. I think that's great. That is an example of that Harvard study.
Yes.
What was it, generativity?
Generativity.
All right. So that's an example there. And I mean, when you've got people that, a community, whether it's your own kids or the community in extended sense that you also feel is your family, you're going to want to live as long as you can to enrich in their lives when it's time for you to pass also.
That's right.
You know.
That's what it's all about. So the next generation is at least as equal.
Or better. Right. Better. I mean, every parent wants a better life for his or her own kids. Mm-hmm. And that was one of the things that attracted me here to Leisure World was I first came down here when I was 45 years old in the year 2000 with a cop friend of mine. And I even remember the realtor who took us around. It was Kathy Gupton, who was at the time here in On-Site Sales. I think she's private. I don't remember the realtor firm that she's with now. But she spent a couple of hours with Scott and I, and she took us around Leisure World, and I thought, you know what? This is it. I'm going to move here. When I'm 55 or when I'm able to. Well, I was able to come in at 56, about a year after my mom's passing. After she left, I remodeled the house, put it up for sale, came down here. One of the great things I like about Leisure World is you can actually plan for your future. Now, right now, I'm totally mobile. I have a car. I'm able to come and go as I please. But you know, age eventually is going to creep up on me, like all of us. I may eventually lose my ability to drive. Both my parents did, okay? But just think, you have everything here. For example, let's say that day comes, I don't have my driver's license, okay? I have bus service. I think it goes from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. I'll be on Medicare, plus a secondary insurance. We have a fully staffed healthcare center here. Okay? And then, if I need medicine, walk next door. Yeah. Right? And then the bus goes here locally, out in this shopping mall. Hopefully the Dollar Tree will still be there. Okay? And then there's Carl's Jr. So you can almost live your entire life here. Plus, you've got like 200 clubs here. So there's never a time for boredom. And one of the things that happened was, now in 2011, when my mom had passed away, our family really didn't enjoy Thanksgiving because it was still the shock of her having left us. Last year in 2012, my entire family came down here, and we were going to make something in my place, and we decided, let's go out to a Claim Jumper and eat there, all right? Well, this year, one of my sisters decided to go on a marathon run, and then my other sister had her kids, so we were all split up. But you know what? I didn't feel alone at all. Due to my job and Bob McCauley, I was fortunate in meeting a gentleman named Ron Kravitz. All right, I think he heads the AMVETS or a Veterans of Foreign Wars organization. I'm not sure, but anyhow, I was invited to a Thanksgiving dinner in Clubhouse 4. And there were like a couple hundred people there. And I got to tell you, it was one of the most enjoyable Thanksgiving dinners I ever had. Good. I mean, they had entertainment there. It was a couple of hours. It was great food. It wasn't even good food. It was great food. The desserts were outrageous. I mean, actually, I would tell you that even though they didn't have broiled salmon, like I had the previous year at Claim Jumper, the food there was outstanding. So, as you know, it's a statistical fact that suicides always go up during holidays like Thanksgiving and Christmas because you feel alone. Let me tell you something. Anyone who's here at Leisure World has no excuse to take that easy way out because on holidays you have so many clubs putting on so many special events that you should never feel alone. And I thought, well, you know what? I'll stay home and watch, the Dallas Cowboys and the Oakland Raiders and what have you. No. I came here to Clubhouse 4, and I had a great time. There you go. And then I smuggled out some desserts, took them home, and I enjoyed breakfast. Right, and I enjoyed the rest of the afternoon. So, when I moved here, and initially when I came and did, like, I guess you would call it a reconnaissance mission, when I was 45, I was thinking way, way ahead. Am I ever going to get married? What about kids? And that's another thing. I bought a 2-bedroom, 2-bath unit, fully expanded, exactly for that reason. The day may come that I'm not able to take care of myself. Well, you know what? I got an extra bedroom and bath for a caregiver, already to move in.
You definitely
Yeah,
are.
I really did. Yeah, I'm serious. I mean, none of this was accidental. I did not want to get a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. I didn't want to get a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. I wanted to get a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. I got it. I got very lucky that I bought a unit when real estate had actually tanked.
Yeah.
Right. In August of 2012, it actually hit rock bottom. I bought a 2-bedroom, 2-bath unit for $124,000. Today, or 11 months later, I checked, it's valued at $255,000. I mean, it more than doubled. Of course, I'm not going to sell. But for my successor trustees, they'll be able to benefit, whether it's 20, 25 years from now.
Yeah.
You know, another great thing about Leisure World, because I looked at other properties, and I thought, you know what, I really hit it out of the ballpark moving here. I really did, because there are so many different faiths here.
Faith?
Yeah, faiths, religions.
Oh, yeah.
Jewish, Episcopalian, Presbyterian, Catholic. They even have the Buddha circle. Yeah. And that's what I gravitated toward. And Lynn invited me, Lynn Heath, the caller that we just had, and that's what I subscribe to, metempsychosis, and which is a technical term for the transmigration of the soul or reincarnation. But they had a club like that here. That's terrific.
Yeah.
You know, if I had moved to other retirement communities or just bought a condo at a place called Lifestyles up in Duarte, it's nothing, you can't even compare it.
Besides, you got Seal Beach, you can just run down there.
It's a mile and a half from the ocean.
Yeah. Every
Thursday, I join other Leisure World residents at the Crab Pot from 5 to 7.
Where is that?
The Crab Pot is on the Marina Bay Landing. It's one of the restaurants that line the shore.
Pacific Coast Highway?
Yeah, it's off Pacific Coast Highway. It's near Joe's Crab Shack, Schooner Later, and they have happy hour between 5 and 7 every Thursday night, and the restaurant subscribes to the Prime Network, NFL Network, so they have Thursday night football there, all right? So you've always got something to do here. It's absolutely terrific. I could not have made a better decision financially, socially, mentally.
That's good.
Than moving here to Leisure World.
Good for you.
And I'm very happy.
We should send you around and you'll be our...
Oh, how funny. I'm not trying to be a sales rep. I'm just telling you, I'm thrilled to be here.
Yeah,
I mean, look at the Mediterranean climate that we all live in. Plus, I got away from the smog of Monrovia, which is located 6 miles east of Pasadena. The summers, I mean, we had searing heat up there. When it was 100 up there, it's 75 down here.
How did you find this place?
Well, you know what? Prior to coming down here, 10 years before I was eligible to move here, I had just heard from other people, oh yeah, you know, if you got the money and you got a lump sum and you can afford to buy in, because, you know, they don't take mortgages here, unless it's one of the mutuals. That. Right. And I thought, well, you know what? My parents have done pretty well, and our house is worth a lot. My parents purchased it in 1968, paid it off in 72, and they bought it for $17,000. By the time we sold it, it was a little over $500,000. I would say that's a pretty good investment, right? From 17 to over 500,000. So I thought, you know what? If we manage our money well, I should have enough to be able to buy in here cash, and I was.
That's the way to do it.
So, but when I came down here that day, Kathy Gupton was generous and kind enough to give us brochures on, you know, Leisure World and all the clubs and everything. Now, they might have changed, but the overall texture and mission hasn't, which is there's a lot to do here.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're interested in if you're interested in astronomy, there's an astronomy club here. Okay, rock hounds, photography club, everything.
Let's go ahead and hold that thought, Marcia. We're getting kind of a bird's-eye description on what life is like at Leisure World in Seal Beach, California. We're going to come back with that and, of course, much more to come. We got a phone call to get to as well.
We have to hurry up.
You're in tune with CRN Digital Talk Radio, Silver Moments. Okay, Marcia, we're going to take our final break of the hour. We do have a call for you. Bonnie has a further comment she'd like to make. So when we come back, we'll talk to Bonnie.
hair. I was literally watching it fall out.
That'll be in 2.5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Enough. I called Regenix. I still remember that first day I walked through those doors. It was magical. It changed my life. When they introduced me to their patented hair analysis program, I immediately saw why I was losing my hair.
The crab pot.
Through their microscopic examination, I saw gray, sickly scalp. I had no circulation. The hair follicles themselves were caked and clogged with the dirty, oily sludge.
Go tonight.
I was so relieved.
Yeah.
Finally, there was hope. So now, after 6 years on the Regenix program, my scalp is pink and clean, and my hair is growing back. It makes so much sense. Don't wait. Call Regenix right now. Pick up the phone and put an end to your worries. Start by calling 1-800-REGENIX. That's 1-800-REGENIX, or go to Regenix.com.
Come to Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurante in Fullerton, California, celebrating 40 years of food, fun, and festivals. Dine amidst the masters in a festive, theatrical Italian town square. Enjoy delicious hand-stuffed pastas, tortellini, fresh baked bread, sauces of the freshest ingredients made from a private stock of Sicilian family recipes. Enjoy our bar and complete wine list.
Hello, everyone. This is Marcia. I want to tell you that there's a furniture store.
Stand by, Marcia. We're coming back.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're not on yet.
Take it back now.
Are you there? I want to talk about the furniture store that can make all these little apartments look grandiose. It's called Leaders. Leaders Furniture Store, and it's in El Monte at Valley Mall. 10720 the Valley Mall. And if you go in there, you can see a little room that's early American, another little room that's French provincial, another little room that's modern, and another little room Chinese, and you'll know how to fix your apartment. So that's what I wanted to give you for a hint. That's in El Monte, called Leaders, Leaders. And I have an announcement for next week. We're going to have a pro, keep the name, advocate here, and so the pros and the cons of keep the name or drop the name can call in.
And Marcia, you got a call.
Here we go.
Hi, Marcia. This is Bonnie again. I have
Bonnie,
a quick
how are
question for Victor.
What's the
Hi,
subject?
thank you.
What's your
Well, this is actually for Victor. Victor, it sounds like possibly you're a single gentleman at Leisure World.
Yes, ma'am.
And if you, okay. So if you are, what is it like to be a single gentleman here? Do women just kind of flaunt over you? Do they bring you casseroles?
No.
You know, just kind of give me, just give me a little insight into what it is.
Well, I had attended a couple of Rat Pack meetings, and I mean, I don't know. I haven't really. The women whom I've dated have been on the outside, and
they don't live in here.
They don't live in here, and they're younger than me. I'm only 58. That doesn't mean I won't ever date an older woman, but I'm friends with them, and I'm going to keep it that way. I mean, tonight I'll be at the Crab Pot. The women there, they're great. They're friends. They're all older than me by 10, 15, maybe even 20 years. And you know what? I'm happy with the way things are right now. But as far as my personal life, they are non-residents. And that's it. I mean, that's just by my choice.
The reason I was asking is because I know that a lot of people move here, and they hope to meet someone of their dreams.
Oh, really? That sounds fun.
And it's kind of interesting.
Right. Well, it may happen. I don't know, but not right now.
Well, if you want to call in, anybody else, the number is 800-336.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
All right. You're welcome, Bonnie.
Thanks, Bonnie. And Mr. Leader would love to hear from you if you go and buy a little furniture. Tell him you heard about him on the show called Silver Moments about Leisure World. Marcia sent you. Say, Dr. Marcia sent us to your store, and he'll give you a good discount, Mr. Leader. He was on his program about a month, maybe 2 months ago. So I also wonder if you heard the story about new rules for senior drivers. There's a 5-year plan aimed at dealing with older people behind the wheel, and I'm going to ask Mr. Martinez to tell the older people how to drive. No, you don't want to?
Well, no, I'm not going to tell them how to drive. What I wanted to share with everyone, with the influx of baby boomers, which I'm a member of, we have now increased baby boomers by 20%. That means 65 and older. And the licensed drivers has now increased to an unbelievable 21%, or 35 million licensed drivers beyond age 65 in 2012. That's 35 million out of 310 million Americans. That's a huge percentage. So the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration is going to focus on these three areas: vehicle safety, data collection, and driver behavior. And the last one is the most important to focus on. With respect to driver behavior, they're going to focus on the functional changes that come with age. For example, vision, strength, flexibility, and cognition. We have kept accidents to a minimum here at Leisure World,
yes.
but we have had some, and whether they were due to negligence or just poor reaction, it comes with aging. I think our security staff here has done a really outstanding job in enforcing the traffic rules and stuff. Right, they're polite. I mean, my reaction time is really good now, but I'm 58. What will it be when I'm 78 or even 88 if I'm still driving? So there are going to be some new rules for senior drivers coming around.
That's the advantage of living in a community that has everything that you need except food.
Right.
You have to go out, but they'll have a delivery service from Ralph's eventually.
I think they have Meals on Wheels here. And that was one of the things I weighed and considered, too, in moving here, is that had I moved anywhere else,
30 seconds.
You know what? I wouldn't have had the advantages that this place will offer me. Maybe I'm not taking advantage of them now, but down the road. Right. And they are available.
Well, we've solved our own needs, I guess, but I don't know if we can solve everybody's. We'll see what they want.
Well, people here should be very appreciative for what they have, really. I mean, we're
appreciative to have Silver Moments here on CRN Digital Talk Radio, and we'll be tuning in next week at the same time for much more of Marcia, Baltimore, live from Seal Beach, California at Leisure World.
Okay, thank you very much for coming, everyone. We appreciate it.
Great show, Marcia. Good job.
These guys are good. I didn't
Look
even
forward to next week.
I didn't even get to
Take care, Bob.
my treadmill test in heart attacks.
Station of every situation. Of course, you can always listen live through your local cable TV provider, as well as on our website at crntalk.com.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, you either did one of two things. You either got a whole lot more people listening to this, or you got me fired.
Why would I get you fired?
He's saying I got him fired.
Well,
I hope not.
But the good thing is I got you to sign this. The problem, we said, we don't want to say things like stuff the ballot boxes. Because we can't prove that. You can't prove that. So, but you're on the hook. You signed the letter that says you will not ever say anything that anybody's going to object to. So I'm glad you're very well endowed with respect to money. Our lawyer will be talking to you tomorrow.
You're kidding, of course, right? Okay.
All right, Victor. Excellent.
Hey, it's almost like I was a sales rep for Leisure World. I thought that came on.
Yeah, I thought you were doing that. I thought you had a real estate license.
That part was really good. It was
I mean, if the GRF director, Acme, was listening to that, he'd say, oh, my God, we should hire this guy to be our PR spokesperson.
Probably not to say the stuff the ballot box.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we discussed at where we live club.
I understand.
I didn't make that up. That's what we live.
I understand. But, no, it's my fault. I really needed, I should have, coached everybody about no political, anything that's going to be controversial.
We didn't know that, Bob.
I understand. My fault.
Yeah.